Hello, Unhinged Yogis, it's Megs. Now, every marketing guru out there when I was building this channel was like, every class has to be, for a reason. Wakey, wakey yoga, rise and shine, or bedtime yoga, or yoga for the hips, or yoga for the back. And I'm sure they're probably right. But sen culpa, the heart's desire, the intention. For me, for Megs today, and a lot of days, is sometimes yoga can just be for fun, like yoga for the sake of yoga. So that is this. This is a full-length class, full-length TBD. Let's get started in seated. We can bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide, and start to find some intuitive movement here. So for me, I think while yoga is fun, yoga for the sake of yoga, I hope you do too. That's why you're here. What I've also learned about myself in online yoga, especially taking classes, is I've got like a 20-minute cutoff. So after 20 minutes, I'm like, okay, I've done enough. We're done here. And that really exposed, right? Just keep moving. It doesn't matter what this looks like. Just breathe and move. What that really exposed for me was my ability to focus, to commit, to stick with something when nobody's watching. I am a sucker for external validation. And it's all about learning yourself, right? Developing this relationship with yourself. So although I don't know exactly how long this class is going to be yet, it will be over 20 minutes. And do your best to stick with it. Call yourself out if you want to get up and make yourself a coffee or go have a muffin or just generally get distracted by other things. Can you stay in the heat, stay in the fire? That's your tapas, your discipline. Let's make this a little more structured now. Holding on to the ankles or shins. Use an inhale to tilt the pelvis forward, lift the chest, lift the gaze. And an exhale to round back, roll back, go back, chin to chest. Good. Again, inhale. Ripple forward, open the throat, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, round back, roll back, go back. Just continue to move with your breath here. Using an inhale to come forward. And an exhale to come back. We're starting to establish the pranayama, right? The breath control or containment of life force energy. If you haven't watched about pranayama, go check out the Mini Infinities Flow course. There's a nice little mini lecture that breaks down some of these things. Pranayama, vinyasa, asana. Let's do one more. And we'll send it back. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees, close them up. Find your Navasana, your boat pose. So it doesn't matter if feet are on the floor, knees are bent, or legs are extended, but think of lifting the chest. So nice long back body, little tuck of the chin. Breathing here. And starting to connect to the deep front lines, okay? Strength through the hip flexors. Strength through the core, of course. Breathing. Always a connection to breath. And then we'll cross at the ankles, roll forward into table, just dropping right into some more intuitive movement. So barrel rolls, neck circles. You'll find a lot of my classes, especially at the beginning. Every body is different, everybody. Even my body, depending on what I did yesterday, what I've done today so far, what I've ate, who I've spoken to, what time of the month it is. All of these things contribute to just how your body and your breath and your mind are showing up. So compassion, grace, and confidence. Confidence just to move in a way that feels interesting to you. Now let's turn the fingertips back towards your knees, thumbs to the outer edges of the mat, and just pulsing back and forth a few times as you grip the mat with the fingertips. So working into the forearms, the wrists, just giving them a little bit of love. We won't do, I don't know how many chaturangas we'll do today, but it's always enough in my classes that the wrists deserve a little bit of love as we're getting started. Okay, and sit back, tuck your toes towards your heels, And we'll come into extreme yogi toe sit. You can untuck your little pinky toes here. We'll find a breath in just to lengthen the arms up, at the same time tucking the low ribs and the hip bones together. Continuing to breathe, slow, long breaths. Deep press the shoulders, like slide your shoulder blades together and down the spine. Wrap your pinky fingers towards each other. Chase the space behind you with your thumbs without the rib flare. Okay, knit your low ribs down and in. Now reach the fingertips up, squeeze the biceps towards the ears. There is work happening in the shoulders. And then we'll just bend the elbows like goalposts. Try to tuck your elbows or touch them behind your tailbone. Squeeze, feel that open through the front of the chest, broaden through the collarbones. And we'll take the hands back to the mat. Tabletop, toes are tucked, push the floor away, hover the knees, bear pose. Well, bear is one of my favorite ways to start to build strength and stability, especially through the shoulders and the core, but the lower body too, early. And we can achieve that by dragging the thumbs and the forearms and even the biceps towards the midline of the body. Feel your chest light up. Pull your low belly in and drag your toes energetically towards the front of the mat. Right away, you should feel your quads start to activate. We'll stay here for one more breath. Beautiful. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Melt the heart, pedal the heels, sway the hips. Again, a little bit of confident but exploratory, intuitive movement here. It's getting to know your body and how it's showing up today in these early moments, and always reestablishing your connection to breath, whether that's ujjayi, and slight constriction through the back of the throat, ocean breath, so you can hear it, so you can meditate on it as we breathe. Okay, find center. Breathe in, reach the right leg up and back. Breathe out, bend the knee, open the hip as you actively push into the right armpit. So squaring the chest, squaring the shoulders. Squeeze your right heel to your bum, push that knee towards the ceiling. See if you can find the stretch through the front of the right hip flexor. We'll stay for one more inhale. On your exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, breathe in, right leg up and back, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, knee to elbow for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, breathe in, lift it up and back. Exhale forward, bring it to the elbow for 5, 4, 3, stay, lift it up into the armpits, so lift the hips nice and high, high on your back toes for 3, 2, slide it down to the right wrist for 5, 4, 3, 2, send the right leg all the way up and back, breathe in, keep the hips square, look forward, step the right foot forward, lower left knee down. Rising up to low lunge, reach the arms forward and up as you sink into the hips, breathe in. Half splits, hands to floor or block, straighten your front leg and bow with your out breath. Inhale forward into your lunge, breathe in. Half splits, push the heel away, straighten your front leg, pull your right hip crease back. One more, inhale forward. Listen for the change as you send it back to half splits. Left hand stays grounded, right hand circles back and up, twisting here. Can you drop or pull your right hip crease down and back to level the pelvis best you can? Now we'll reverse the circle with the top fingertips. They float to the back of the room, to the floor. Square the chest, lunge forward, tuck your back toes, hover your back knee, come all the way up, high crescent lunge, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Front palm flips, exalt. Keep your lunge as you stretch up and back. Windmill the hands down, frame the front foot. We'll step back through plank, lower the knees, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Find a baby back bend here. And then push through your knees to table. Couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze. A little more structured. Exhale to round back, roll back, chin to chest. Again, inhale, ripple forward. And exhale, push the floor away, separate the shoulder blades into your cat pose. Last one, inhale. And exhale, and just reestablishing the connection to the breath here. And come back through the middle, push the floor away, tuck your toes, bear pose. We're here for 5. Drag the thumbs towards each other, the forearms, the upper arm bones, the humerus energetically hugging to the middle for 4. Drag the toes towards your wrist crease, tuck your belly, pull your low belly in at the same time for 3. Push the floor away actively, doming the upper back for 2. Beautiful, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale all the way here. Little bit of intuitive movement. You can sway the hips, pedal the heels. And find a length through the breath, the inhale, and especially the exhale, settling. Square hips. Breathe in, left leg lifts, bend the left knee, open through the hip. At the same time, pushing down through the left armpit. Squeeze your heel towards your glute. Point the left knee up, up, up towards the ceiling. Big stretch for the front of the left hip flexor. That's what you're looking for. Of course, the back of the right leg, feeling a juicy stretch here too. We'll breathe in. Left elbow to left elbow. We're here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Left leg lifts up and back. Breathe in, bend the knee, open the hip. Into the elbow for 5. Touch the 2 for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one, breathe in, lift the left leg up and back. Come towards the elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay, pull the left knee into the left tricep. Lift the hips high, high in your back toes for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide it down to the wrist for 5, 4. Beautiful. 3, 2. Send the left leg all the way up and back. Hips are square. Look forward, step the left foot forward, lower your back knee down. Come all the way up with the arms, low lunge, breathe in. And half split, straighten your front leg, ground through the fingertips, fold any amount, let the air out. Good, inhale, low lunge, come forward, fingertips can stay grounded. And exhale, send it back. Last one, low lunge, forward lunge, lift the heart, open the throat. Half splits, listen for the change here. Right hand stays grounded, left fingertips circle to the back of the room, open the chest to the left, and spread the arms like wings. At the same time, left hip crease down and back. Breathing. And we'll reverse that back stroke. Top fingertips to the back of the room, towards the floor, square the chest, lunge forward, tuck your back toes, hover your back knee, come all the way up high, crescent lunge, breathe in. Back heel comes down on a 45, open the arms, warrior 2, breathe out, soften the shoulders, breathe in, flip your front palm and exalt. Keep your lunge here. Windmill the hands down, frame your front foot. We'll step back through plank, find your vinyasa. Chaturanga, heart through, breathe in. There's your back bend, downward facing dog, breathe out. Take your feet wide, heels in, toes out, walk your hands to the back of the mat. You can give your pants a little pull up along the way as you sink the hips into yogi squat, malasana squat, back of the mat. In just a few moments here, maybe tap back into your ujjayi breath if you've lost it at all. That slight constriction in the back of the throat sounds like Darth Vader. I gave you a little growl there because yoga should be a bit playful. Just opening through the hip flexors, maybe energetically pushing the knees towards the wall behind you or using your elbows or triceps for the self-assist. Little tuck of the chin, shoulders working their way back on top of the hips. Okay, we'll take the hands to the floor, lift the hips, heel toe the feet towards each other. Forward fold, bend your knees lots so your belly rests on your thighs. And walk your hands forward, high plank. Breathe in at the top. Bend the elbows, lower chaturanga. Hard through. Breathe in, your back bend, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Right leg lifts up and back on the breath in. Look forward. Step the right foot forward. High crescent lunge. Come all the way up. Beautiful. So a little bit of bend in your back knee so that you can tuck the pelvis. Searching for a stretch through the front of the left hip flexor here. And stretching to the fingertips. Pinky fingers spin towards each other. Chase the space behind you with your thumbs. Maybe you start to open the throat just slightly. Take one more breath in. And then hands find the mat. Straighten your front leg any amount. And as you take your hands down for our extended pyramid, we'll start to reach the crown of the head forward. So finding length through the whole spine. Pull your right hip crease back and bow any amount. Now you'll see maybe I have my fingertips tented with my thumbs towards the front of the mat. So I'm setting up a bit of a tripod here between my front foot and my back fingertips. Really strong through the core, so think of hollowing out or pulling the low belly in, doming through the upper back. Maybe you bring your left knee in towards the chest for flamingo. Breathing here. Now listen for the transition. Your left toes touch down. Come onto the sole of your left foot. Hover your right leg in front of you. Cross at the wrists. Reach for the bottom of your foot. It's our pistol squat variation. Breathing. Do your best to balance here. Building ankle strength through the left side. Beautiful. Let's tap the right heel down. We'll step forward onto the right foot and rise all the way up to our warrior three. So left leg sweeps up and back behind you. Strong supporting leg. Length and strength through your left leg as well, okay? It's not dead weight. Everything is lifting and strengthening. Feel the juxtaposition, the push and pull. Nice one. Step your back toes down, setting up for high crescent lunge. Breathe in. Back heel pivots, open the arms, warrior two, breathe out. Both arms reach up, breathe in, straighten your front leg, turn right toes in, left toes out, Skandasana, right? Side lunge to the back of the mat. Now you are more than welcome to stay here. It's a beautiful stretch for the right groin, or we can come for an arm balance. So hands come to the floor. Think chaturanga arms, right? So just under the shoulders, elbows hug in. Push the floor away and then bring your left knee as close to the left armpit as you can. And think of like scooping the outside of the tricep and then squeezing in, so hugging into the midline, like our crow pose. Now you can stay here or flick your left heels in towards your glute. You could stay here or maybe right arm reaches to the front of the mat. Breathe, hugging the core in. Nice and slow, we'll step back through our Skandasana. Beautiful work. Turn to the back of the mat. Okay, so we're framing the left foot. And then we're coming all the way up to high crescent lunge. Breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Both arms reach up, breathe in. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in. Push off your toes, bring both heels in, toes out, bend your knees, bend your elbows, goddess. So in goddess, you're welcome to keep your elbows kind of shoulder height, goalpost arms. You can bring your hands to your heart if, like me, your shoulder's a little bit gassed right now. Over time, we're working the thigh bones, right? The femurs, maybe coming parallel-ish with the floor, but maintaining a tuck through the pelvis, okay? Breathing. Here's the transition. We'll start to turn towards the front of the mat. Back toes turn in, front toes turn in. Lift your back heel, high crescent lunge. Breathe in. Beautiful. Left arm comes under right. Eagle wrap. Either give yourself a hug or double wrap here. Gorgeous. Lean forward, push off your front heel. Left leg comes up and over for your eagle wrap. Lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders. At the same time, push the elbows or the forearms towards the wall in front of you. Little tuck of the tail, sit low, hug everything to the midline. We're going to unravel into eagle. So left hand catches left hip, right hand finds floor block or space as you open, expand. Left leg stretches back behind you, just like in our warrior three. It's not dead weight, it's lifting. Left hand to the sky. Beautiful. If you like, you can find your sugarcane bind. So left hand catches left foot. If you have the bind, releasing, no slingshots. We're stepping back through warrior two. How softly can you land? Light like a feather. Warrior two, front palm flips, exalt, breathe in. Ooh, windmill down, frame your front foot. Maybe a three-legged vinyasa here as the right toes stretch back, bend the elbows, lower chest, then belly, then thighs. Both feet down for your back bend, upward facing. And your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment and take a breath. I'm going to flip around so when we do the other side, you're not looking at my butt the whole time. Left leg lifts up and back. Breathe in. Beautiful. Look forward. Step the left foot forward. High crescent lunge coming all the way up. Woo. A little tuck of the pelvis. So length to the front of the right hip flexor, and it might be that you bend your back knee to be able to achieve that, so we can really bring the stretch to the front of the right hip. Beautiful. We'll take the hands towards the floor, straighten the front leg any amount. We're setting up for our extended pyramid. So big hamstring stretch for the left side. You could draw your left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. You might have noticed or remembered, I'm setting up my fingertips right away for our flamingo. But for now, they're just kind of reminding me where the floor is. I'm not rushing ahead in my mind. I'm staying in our extended pyramid just to really feel the benefits of our stretch here, the stability, and then starting to build for flamingo. So pushing the floor away, doming the upper back, strength through your legs and your core, especially the quad muscle on your front leg. Maybe we start to float the back knee in towards the chest and squeeze your right heel towards your glute at the same time. Beautiful. Right toes come down, rolling back onto your right foot, setting up for our pistol squat variation, right? Left leg hovers, and maybe you cross at the wrists and reach your hands forward for the bottom, the sole of your left foot. And maybe you're pressing into your standing leg and doing a quick little up down, but I assure you, kids, that is not me today. Alrighty, front heel comes down, stepping onto the left foot. Warrior three, sweep your arms back behind you, back leg floats off the ground. Strong legs, strong core. Back leg is never dead weight, using the right glutes to find the lift, but at the same time squaring the hips by gently either squeezing into the hip of your standing leg or rolling the inner thigh of your extended back leg in towards the midline of the body. Beautiful. Softly stepping back, high crescent lunge. Breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Both arms reach up, left leg straightens, left toes turn in, right toes turn out, Skandasana to the back of the mat. So Skandasana, right side. And you can take a moment here just to enjoy the stretch through the inner left thigh. Or you could join me in the arm balance. So chaturanga arms. And what I mean by that is shoulders over elbows, over wrists. And then sometimes the elbows really want to flare out in our arm balances, right? So hug them to the midline, push the floor away, bring your right knee as close to the tricep as you possibly can, and then hug it in like you're pulling your tricep muscle, like you're using the knee to squeeze it into the midline. Lean forward. Maybe the right heel comes in towards the glute. Maybe left hand reaches out to the side. Breathe, play, soften. Nice and slow stepping down. We're gonna frame the right foot, so the back of your mat. Beautiful, high crescent lunge. Warrior two. And then our goddess, so both arms reach up, straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, turn both heels in, toes out, bend elbows, bend knees, get low. This time, let's take the hands to your thighs. Now, I like to turn my fingertips towards the back, thumbs towards the forward. And we're using the hands as a self-assist. So as I drop the right shoulder to midline, and maybe looking up over left shoulder, I'm using my right hand to gently nudge my right knee or my right leg towards the wall behind me. And we'll come back to the middle, just switching sides. So drop the left shoulder, maybe looking up over right shoulder. Beautiful, coming back through center. We'll start to turn towards the front of the mat, high crescent lunge. So left foot forward, high crescent. And then the right arm is coming under the left, eagle arms. Lean forward, drive into the left foot, bring the right leg up and over, eagle legs. What do you know, full eagle. Sit the hips low, lift the elbows, push the forearms away from you. Hug your low belly in as you breathe here. Find your balance, find your center. Maybe your breath all the way into your upper back. You're really creating space there. Let's unwind into half moon. So as you unravel the arms, right hand catches right hip. And that just helps you to open the hip towards the right side of the room. Left hand finds floor block or space. And as we extend, expand, like blooming open like a flower. And breathing. And maybe smiling. Yoga for the sake of yoga. You're almost there. How softly can we step back to warrior two? Flip the front palm and exalt. Find a breath in. We'll windmill the hands down to frame the front foot. Find your flow here. Chaturanga, hug the elbows in. Breathe in for your up dog. And let's just come through table, tuck the toes, and walk the hands back to my favorite extreme yoga toe sit. You can untuck your pinky toes here. This is way, way too much for you. Walk the hands forward. And we're just pulling weight forward out of the toes. If this is okay for you, just rest your hands gently in your lap. Find breath into the belly. Settle everything. At the same time, it might be getting a little intense for the toes. That's okay. Can you breathe through that? As long as you can discern the difference between some mild discomfort and my toes are about to break. It's usually an easy distinction, but I don't want to speak for you. You are always in control of your practice. Okay. Let's come out, walk the hands forward, untuck the toes, and just gently press them down. You could do that pitter-patter thing if you like. I prefer just a gentle press. And we'll come onto the hips. We'll keep the left knee bent. Right leg extends long. Right hand to left knee. Left arm rainbows up and over. Just a simple side bend here. Grounding through the left sit bone, extending and reaching through the fingertips. You can be more active or more passive through your extended leg. Doesn't matter too much right now. We'll rainbow the left hand overhead, grounded behind you. Option to stay right here or press the hips forward, big circle with the right arm. Just flossing out through the ball and socket joint of the shoulder. We'll sit the hips back towards the earth, fold over your extended leg any amount. Big, long, slow, calming breaths here. Good, we'll rise back up and switch sides, simple. Left hand holds right knee. We're turning the chest to face the bent knee, and then the right arm sweeps up and over. Just a simple side bend. Beautiful, right arm comes behind you, stay down or lift the hips forward, big circles with the left arm. Maybe a little back bend here as you squeeze the glutes. Gorgeous, sit the hips down, fold over your extended leg any amount. Beautiful, let's come right down onto your back. Or you can stay seated if you'd like to find your Shavasana, the seated meditation. You can keep flowing if you're not quite ready. And the whole point of movement is to, it's not the whole point, but a big part of yoga, specifically the movement, the asana, the vinyasa, the pranayama coming together in the dynamic way is to prepare the body for this moment, Shavasana. Kind of burn through some energy so that we can approach rest with a clearer mind. And the mind is busy, the body can be really restless as well. So if you're here, can you just notice in your Shavasana, if you're able to feel a little more calmer than when we started. Certainly I am. I can hardly find my words. If you'd like to stay and rest here for longer if you have the time and space, please do. And for those of you who need to go about your day, thank you for joining me. Let me know if you stuck with it, if you stuck through the whole class, or there's a point that was especially challenging, if you wanted to check out, but you stuck with it. I'd love to hear about it. I hope you feel a little calmer for a little longer. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. I might just stay here